So this is our most popular choice for Woolbabe out of the whole range. This is our front zip duvet weight Woolbabe in the colour Pebble. So we'll just run through some of the features and why we have those features. So this is the front zip here. So front zip is super easy to use. You just get the top of the zip, zip it, and then zip down. So there's no fiddling around on the shoulders, it's just the one zip. If your baby's little, say between 3 and 6 months, you can choose to use these little snaps under the arm to make it tighter across the chest and to make the arms holes smaller. But you don't have to, that's optional. And once your baby's over about 6 months, I guess about probably 8 to 10 kilos, you definitely won't need to use those snaps. The front zip bags also have a double-ended zip. So you can leave a gap here, and there's a travel slot at the back. Now this travel slot is to use in a pushchair. So if you're out going for a walk in the weekend, or cold winter's day, put your baby in this, zip it, buckle them into your buggy, and then they can have a sleep or they can just stay cozy. It's not for use in the car, because once you squish all of this down, it really impacts on how you use your car, how the harness works in your car seat. So it's really important that travel slots are for buggies, not car seats. That advice has changed over the years, but just want to make that very, very clear to you now. Okay, now this is the duvet weight. So you can see on the inside of our duvet weight Woolbabes, there's beautiful organic cotton lining, so it's really smooth, like sheet fabric, crisp and smooth, perfect for even really sensitive skin. And then that thickness, it's hard to show the thickness. See how I'm bunching it up to show the thickness. The thickness is 100% merino wadding, so it's like a thick layer of wool that's quilted to the white fabric. It's actually got 2 layers of the white fabric, and then we put the striped fabric on the outside. And the stripy fabric's our own special Woolbabe fabric, 30% merino and 70% organic cotton. So again, it's like the weight of a t-shirt, but with 30% merino in it. So all up, that makes for a very plush winter bag. Duvet weight is suitable for rooms sort of 20 degrees down to 14. I used to use this up to about 22 degrees, and I'd just leave the window open at bedtime or leave a fan on. For those this time of the year where it can be warm in the evening and it's starting to get really cold. Okay, so then I'm going to show you to compare side zip duvet Woolbabe. So one of the big questions is, should you get a front zip or a side zip Woolbabe? And the answer is, get the one you like. We can't tell you which. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no one's better. We make both because customers like both. Personally, I liked the front zip with my kids because I'm quite lazy and there's less things to do. And if your kids are really wriggly, the front zip is escape proof. If your kids are wriggly, they can learn how to pop open the domes and throw the bag over the side of the cot. One of my kids used to do that, hence us making front zip bags. So you've got 2 snaps on each shoulder, and then the zip actually is the opposite to one of the other big brands of sleeping bags. So ours just zips, and you just zip it open as much as you need. You might want to open it out completely. One of the other big brands of merino sleeping bags, you actually have to fiddle around under the arm and close the zip and then zip it down. We thought that was way too fiddly, so ours is just zip it as much as you like. So if you've got a little baby, you might just need to undome one side and only partly zip down here. And if during the night you have a nappy explosion to deal with, you can zip from the bottom, and again just open however much you need. Hopefully the nappy is contained, not all over the bag. But your duvet Woolbabes are still machine washable. And you can tumble dry if you're desperate, but just tumble dry on low because they are wool and they will shrink the same as any wool product. and you'll end up with not a 95 centimetre Woolbabe. Over the winter you'll end up with a much smaller Woolbabe. So we really recommend gentle machine wash with wool wash, like a good liquid wool wash. We recommend the Eco Store one. You can buy it when you order a Woolbabe. And then line dry or dry flat on an earring rack, or sometimes I would dry mine on the line and then finish them off on the heated towel rail just to kind of warm them up and dry them right through. Low tumble dry if you're desperate. Anyway, so what else can we show you? We'll just show you the colours so you can choose your Woolbabe. Rata red. We were going to call it Bahutakawa, but that was like way too long, hard to spell. Dusky pink, and Tide, which is that soft frothing kind of green colour at the beach, and it's kind of a greeny blue, it's a bit hard to see, and then Pebble. I should show you the other weights.
Yeah, we have a question. What's the difference with the duvet and the other one? I'm assuming that the 3 seasons.
Okay, here's the other one. So the other one is the 3 seasons weight. This also comes in, what am I saying? Front and side zip. Concentrate. Front or side zip. So the difference is that the 3 seasons Woolbabe is made of 2 layers of our stripy fabric. So you don't have the thick layer of wadding. You have 2 layers of the kind of t-shirt weight, 1 and 2. So this is what we would consider New Zealand's most versatile sleeping bag. You can use this from, I actually used this in bedrooms of about 30 degrees with my kids because that was before we invented a summer Woolbabe, so they just had to be a bit warm. So kind of 30 down to about 18. Its ideal temperature range is probably 20 to about 26 degrees because that you can easily vary with, you know, just the amount of clothing. If you're going below 20 degrees, you'll probably want to use your heater or, you know, really layer up the clothing. And if you're using a 3 seasons bag over about 26, 27, you really will be wanting a fan and the window open and just a nappy and things like that. But for this kind of time of the year, this is really ideal because the 30% merino makes it very good for temperature regulation, particularly when you combine it with something like a Woolbabe suit or our new beautiful Woolbabe bodysuits, which come in all our colours. So the idea is that you can layer up your 3 seasons bag to make it warmer. When you buy any Woolbabe from us or from anyone else that sells Woolbabe, you get this handy little pack. Room thermometer. So you can see at the moment it's 24 in here, so quite warm. So you can look over the back and at 24 degrees you can say, well, a 3 seasons would be perfect with a long sleeve bodysuit. And people get really confused when we say bodysuit. This is a bodysuit. Some people call these, particularly in Australia, I think you guys call them onesies, whereas we call this a onesie. So we understand that it can be confusing, but bodysuit's generally just one without legs. Onesie or sleep suit is like pyjamas, arms and legs. And so then at 24, your duvet weight's a little bit warm, but once it gets down to sort of 20 to 22, bodysuit, or if you're using a sleeved Woolbabe, you wouldn't need sleeves on your garment as well. So that's one of the most popular questions or common questions is what do I dress my child in? And the beauty of a Woolbabe range really is that it's so forgiving that you don't actually have to stress about it. We get people every day on the phone and by email and by Facebook, oh my goodness, what do I dress my baby in? Just put them in like something like this and your Woolbabe and they'll be right. It's not, with the Woolbabe, the 30% merino in the 3 seasons and in the clothing means that it's so forgiving in terms of temperature regulation. It takes a lot of the stress and gives you really real peace of mind. So use your little guide that James put together for you combined with your room thermometer and it gives you some general guidelines, and that's generally all you need. And then just use your judgment as mum or dad. You know, feel your baby's forehead. If they're hot and red and sweaty, they've got too much clothes on. Too many layers, take a layer off or swap to a lighter weight bag. And if their core, like their chest, is cool, then maybe you need to add another layer of clothing or go to a warmer bag. It doesn't matter if their hands are cold, doesn't even matter if their arms are cold, it will not affect them sleeping. As long as the baby's core is warm, that's all you need to make sure of.
Alright, do you recommend merino or cotton inside the bags?
We recommend merino or the merino cotton blend. So all our Woolbabe garments are 30% merino, so it gives you, they feel like cotton, but they have enough merino that they help with the temperature regulation. 100% merino is also perfect for with the Woolbabe. Let me just get one more. Okay, I'm back. So this is from our 100% merino range of sleep store garments. So these are our Woolbabes, these are our sleep store, we make all of them. So something like this 100% merino bodysuit is absolutely perfect to go under your Woolbabe. Look, the grey even almost matches. So yeah, 100% merino or merino cotton together. If you've got cotton, just use cotton, or add like a merino singlet or a little singlet suit under your cotton. Like if you use Bond's Wonder Suit, for example, put a little layer of merino under that, and then that'll really help the core stay nice and warm.